Hello, babes! As you guys know, I am a huge Resident Evil fan, and I am also, as you may not know, a huge Zach Cregger fan. I love horror movies, and I have loved his horror movies, both that he has written and the ones that he has directed. So when I found out that they got Zach Cregger to make a Resident Evil horror movie, I about lost my mind. I haven't recovered it yet. I have been buzzing with excitement ever since, and a trailer dropped today. We've already gotten a shorter trailer, but this is a full 2.5-minute trailer, and I thought it would be very fun to watch it together and react to it. So I'm so excited, and let's watch the trailer.
Hey, man, I gotta be 7. Do you know where I can take this? Excuse me, oh my God. Anybody order a kidney or liver, whatever this is? Anybody, it seems like it's kind of important.
Hey, you got time for another run?
No, I'm wrapped up for the...
It's outside the zone, so it pays double.
I could do that.
Mood. That's such a mood.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry, the signal sucks here. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna stay with Katie for a bit, I think.
Michelle, please do not go stay with freaking Katie.
Also hurts my feelings that you don't even care enough to come home and have this conversation.
Seriously, I'm working. This could be some 8-year-old boy's heart or someone's mom's brain.
Not the Converse with the red laces. Whoa.
Hello? Hello? There's an emergency here. I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Hi, you've reached Michelle. Leave a message.
Hey, baby, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier. Some things have happened, and I can't get a hold of police. Bullets. Could you just call me back on this number, please?
Shotgun shells. They're so hard to find. Typewriter, you better save. Not the shotgun shells next to the Advil.
Everything that has happened in this town transpired in a matter of hours. You've got no idea what you've got there in your hands.
What? Well, who's that?
Yeah, where was it going again?
Raccoon City General.
Hey, no sweat.
No sweat. No sweat. I think there's gonna be some sweat, you guys. Whoa. Okay. I'm excited. Now this one, hopefully maybe more people are happy, because I think the first trailer very carefully avoided having anything blatantly reference a game. At least in this one, they say Raccoon City, so maybe some people are a little eased, because I know a lot of people were mad that it just had nothing to do with Resident Evil at all. Now, I argued from the first trailer that I felt like it had an atmosphere that felt like a survival horror game. So I still got Resident Evil vibes from it, but a lot of people didn't. So at least in this one, I feel like there's some more blatant references there. Okay, let's go through this a little bit slower. Cause like, what was he yucking at? Huh? That scratch. How did she get that? So I wonder how far outside of Raccoon City they are, where he's coming from, because I wonder if that wound on her leg might be, like a dog, perhaps? It is a pretty deep gash. We do know that some things were outside of Raccoon City, because we had dogs in the Arclay Mountains. That's established in Resident Evil 1. So I feel like when there's also stuff in Outbreak, like you see stuff kind of going on the outskirts and a little bit outside of Raccoon City. So I do wonder. Also, the other thing is that Raccoon City Hospital was getting really overrun. So this could also be somebody who's from Raccoon City or closer to Raccoon City that had to come to this hospital for help because their hospitals were getting really overrun. So I could be speculating and going crazy and this is just for a gag, but I don't know. That wound looks pretty nasty. And it does make me think how she got that, you know. But maybe I'm just, maybe I'm fanficking over here. The time period is so hard to understand because in some scenes, like this hospital looks kind of older, right? But then he uses a smartphone in the car scene. Like that's definitely a smartphone. So what time period is this supposed to be in? We already know it's an alternate universe compared to the game because it's annoying, so it's in a different season. But I wonder if they've also changed the time period a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's 1998. Looks like they're going for a blended time thing like It Follows. I wondered that too. If you guys have never seen the horror movie It Follows, in that horror movie, it is very purposefully confusing what time period it is. Things are kind of mixed together, architecture and technology. It gives you an eerie feeling. I do wonder if maybe he's borrowing that, possibly. This is what's surprising to me is, watch how fast she walks out.
Boy's heart or someone's mom's brain. Be some 8-year-old boy's heart or someone's mom's brain.
It does look like she's a zombie. It looks like she is like reaching out, but it's like the speed at which she walks out. I do wonder if she's actually like just turning or if these zombies are going to be a little bit faster. I really love the design of this house. I like how isolated it looks. We're still in the outskirts of Raccoon City for sure. I love how cozy and kind of dated it is on the inside. This is a really good setup, I think. The taxidermied animals make me think of Chief Irons. I'm wondering if I can spot any Easter eggs in this. Let me know if you guys see anything. But this has a really nice spooky vibe. I love when he hears the footsteps upstairs above him, but he's calling out and nobody's there. He sees the overturned kitchen table.
There's an emergency here. I was wondering if I
and
could
so
use your
you
phone.
can see from environmental storytelling that something has happened. He just doesn't know what has happened
I'm really
yet.
sorry that we got disconnected.
This scene right here, that's very exciting to me. That feels it feels horror video game, like the opening of a horror video game. I think that's super cool. And there's our typewriter. There's our beautiful typewriter. He's got some shotgun shells, some Advil, some other prescriptions, some dice. Very cool. Is that a Tootsie Roll? There's a Tootsie Roll in there. I don't see ink ribbons. I don't, unfortunately. I think this is a checkbook. I'm confused. What time period is this? Heavy field, high velocity buckshot. This does look like an exact replica of one of them from the game, but that's not the one from Resident Evil 2. Heavy field is from Resident Evil 4. Oh, okay, that's from Resident Evil 4. It's cool that it's a Resident Evil brand, though. Like, things like this, I feel, are nice Easter eggs, where it makes me feel, oh, here I am. I'm in the Resident Evil world. I'm seeing, first of all, something that actually happens in these games, where you find a weapon, but you don't have ammo for it, and you're desperately searching around everywhere, looking like, please, I need shotgun shells. I need shotgun shells so bad right now. And then it's this logo that I associate with this franchise as well. I like things like this. It's so much better than them just taking an iconic line like they did in Welcome to Raccoon City with the Itchy Tasty, and they just have like some random zombie write Itchy Tasty in blood, and it's just so cheap, and it's just so in your face, and it just feels icky. I hated that. But this is a nod to the game that actually immerses me in the world and excites me, right? It's subtle in a way that lends itself to the movie that they're making instead of feeling forced in. I like it a lot. You know what? He's getting stun locked. He's stuck in the loading animation. He's stuck in the gun loading animation. I do think this looks like the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same zombie. It looks like the same dress. So this is a fast zombie. And she is hauling it. That's interesting. Runners. Oh, now that's an interesting. Do we think a crimson head? Now, I like that idea, and I'll tell you why. Because they're on the outskirts. So that would be a clever little nod to the Arklay Mountains in the Resident Evil 1 remake where you have the Crimson Heads. She has died once. Perhaps she has come back as a Crimson Head. That would be really cool. But I also, this feels like it's early in the movie, and I don't know if they would do that so early in the movie. We'll just have to see. Or maybe they're just faster zombies.
Thing that has happened in this town.
Oh, did something fly overhead and then he's looking up. Looks like there's been a helicopter crash maybe over here, something like that. Oh, I'm so excited to see this freaking movie. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So here there's been some sort of major destruction here, which is interesting to me. So maybe this is post some sort of helicopter crash or something. I do wonder if this is in the hospital, maybe. It is a don't dead open inside door. All these zombies are trying to get him and he has to walk across this really thin thing. I love scenes like this. This also feels like a chase scene that you might see in the remake games. They love to do stuff like this. I can actually see them having Jill run through something like this in the remake of 3. This monster here, I'm not sure what's going on there. It does look like maybe a cluster. I'm thinking kind of Rat King-esque zombie monster. If you guys aren't familiar with Rat King, like sometimes rats can get kind of tangled together and they can't separate. They call it a Rat King. So I wonder if it's something like that with the zombies. It looks very, very squarey. Squarey? It looks very scary, not squarey. Ugh. That looks very creepy to me. But I saw people being upset by it because it's something they've not seen before. Like, that's not a Resident Evil bioweapon. They're just making stuff up. But I'm going to push back just a little bit, if you'll allow. Because Resident Evil 2 came out, and then Resident Evil 3 came out, and Resident Evil 3 was taking a place about the same time in the exact same place as Resident Evil 2, and there were new bioweapons that hadn't been seen in Resident Evil 2. An Outbreak came out, and there were new bioweapons and monsters that came out in Outbreak, which also took place same time, same place, right? So we also, on top of that, know through the lore of the games that one of the most heinous and dangerous things about these viruses that Umbrella creates is that they multiply, they evolve, they adapt. So it actually makes complete sense to me that there may have been unique creations that happened from weird mutations of the virus, right? In Raccoon City that you didn't see in any of the other games. Personally, I find this to be, it doesn't bother me at all if we see some bioweapons that we'd never seen before. To me, I think it'll be a good Resident Evil movie. I just think a lot of the fans feel cheated that they didn't get an adaptation of the game. I kind of understand that. I think if you really wanted the movie to be a straight adaptation of one of the games, I get that. And I do kind of want that too. And I think it would be cool. I do think that would be cool. But that's clearly not what we're getting. It's just not what we're getting anymore. So you can either reframe it and try to enjoy this for what it is, which is something different than that. Or, you just say it's not for you. But I feel like I agree with you. I think some people are are justifying their disappointment by saying well, it looks bad because it's not what I expected. But just because it's not what you expected doesn't mean that it's gonna be bad necessarily. I'm sorry Leon Kennedy isn't in it. I'm sorry. This guy, who is that?
I've got no idea.
You have no idea what you have. Okay, this guy looks like a little freak. Guarantee you he works for Umbrella or something like that. And he's saying you don't know what you have. So I'm starting to think that a plot point in this movie has to be that the quote unquote organ that he's delivering into the city, I think that it has something to do with the outbreak. It either holds like a cure, or it actually holds like something that Umbrella could use as a bioweapon to like assist them in covering up things in Raccoon City. Like, I definitely think T-virus organ, oh my gosh, it's Nemesis's heart in a lunchbox shove. It's a Nemesis parasite, can you imagine? I definitely think that Umbrella has something to do, because we know Umbrella runs Raccoon City Hospital. So I think Umbrella has something to do with that organ transplant, and I think that that's going to end up getting our main character into more trouble, because it's not just like, oop, bad situation, I got in here. Now there's going to be other people invested in him getting that organ to them. So, they've got to go to a lab at some point. They're definitely going to a lab. I don't think we'll get any main-like characters. Yeah, I think that there's going to be very few characters in the movie. Now, I am just noticing, who is this? I'm seeing a reflection in the rearview mirror, and that is not our main boy. So I think there's mysterious third character here, and I don't know who this is, but that also makes sense because it looks like this guy is talking to him from the back seat of the car. I wonder when this takes place in the movie. Somebody in the car is a traitor though. I'm telling you, it's this guy. I don't trust him for a second. And why does he know anything about that organ, huh? It's nefarious. I don't trust it at all. No trust from me. He's a merchant character? Maybe. I would love to be proven wrong, but I don't like how calm he looks. He looks a little smug and excited. Like, you don't know what you have. You don't know the destruction I can cause with this thing you've brought into the city. Like, no, that's weird. That's weird. This is giving me Resident Evil 9 inspiration, huh? Oh yeah, it's like a nursery or nice. Oh, I don't like that at all. So this is Zombie Baby. I don't know how I feel about that, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about NICU Zombie Baby. It feels a little like low-hanging fruit to me, but I'll be open-minded. Maybe it'll be quite scary, but I'm not loving the vibe there. Oh, here's the scene where the bodies are falling. That is crazy. And he's holding the open. Yeah, he's holding the organ thing while he's running. That's crazy. What is happening? Okay. Wow. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. He has a submachine gun too. Oh, he does. He's got a submachine gun. Interesting. Ooh, okay, fun. So he's like upgrading the guns. Though personally, I like a shotgun more than I like an SMG when I play these games. Okay, interesting. Now, this is the one thing I have not seen in this trailer that I really want to see. As far as when I think of Resident Evil, right? I think of isolation. You see a lot of isolation in this movie. I think of small spaces, cramped spaces, creepy atmosphere. We see a lot of that in this movie trailer. I think there's going to be some really beautiful scenery. Okay, I think Resident Evil, I think bioweapons, obviously, scientists, zombies, monsters. Clearly, we are getting that. Another thing I think is resource management, and we do get a little bit of that. We see him searching for shotgun shells when he's got the shotgun. We do see like a resource management aspect to it, right? The one thing that I do not see is puzzles. Doesn't mean they won't be in there. But I'm a little disappointed that there hasn't been any nods to the puzzle aspect. I really hope we get a good puzzle moment, you know, like a weird, how do they normally get in here? From Resident Evil 9 Grace moment. I really want there to just be, you know, now that's a weird effing door. I want a moment like that. I think it would be fun.
Again?
Raccoon City General.
Hey, no sweat.
I do like the cheesy joke. This is one of the things that I've thought that why I think Cregger will do such a good job is Cregger makes really good comedy beats in his horror movies, which I think lends itself to a Resident Evil movie very well, because the Resident Evil games get kind of goofy and they have their little one-liners and they have their funny moments. I just think that Cregger has such a knack for embedding humor into the tension without taking you out of it, of the horror movie, and without just being unfunny or weird. Like, he's just very good at it. So I really think this is going to be good. You didn't like Weapons, but you have hope for this. Call me a foolish hoper, but I have so much hope for this. I really think it's going to be a spectacular movie. I think it's going to be perfect. I think Zach Cregger is the best choice. I've gone over this before, but another reason that I think he's a really good choice is that Cregger's movies, which I personally do love, I love Weapons, and I really loved Barbarian too. I think that both of those movies are a great example of the pacing that he likes to do, where the beginning of the movie is like very tense, suspenseful, it kind of builds and builds, and then you get this spectacular third act that is just over the top, a little bit camp, jaw on the floor, a little shocking. And I think that's why his movies can be kind of hit or miss with people, because some people do not like that. They don't like the switch up. They're not into it. But for a Resident Evil story, I actually think that's great, because that is how the Resident Evil games play. You start out in a gas station with some zombies, run-of-the-mill zombies, and you end up shooting a rocket launcher into a super tyrant right before everything explodes behind you. It's just so epic and cool, right? So I think that he's really gonna nail the structure of a Resident Evil game. And I just like his work. I think he's gonna be good. Now, I will say this main character, this MC guy, I don't like him very much right now. He's kind of getting on my nerves. I suspect that I won't much like this guy. And I do worry a little bit about that. Something that Cregger likes to do is write unlikable characters, which I think in a horror movie usually comes off, it ends up being a very cool thing. Like in Weapons, for example, a bunch of the characters are pretty unlikable, right? But it works because they feel realistic. They're unlikable in ways that you dislike people in your actual life. They feel very well-rounded and grounded and real. They're not over-the-top heroic or over-the-top evil. They just kind of seem like normal people, and sometimes they're like really poopy, right? However, I don't associate that kind of character writing with Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil tends to have very heroic heroes and very evil villains, and just a little bit of people in between. So I do wonder how that might translate to instead of having a Jill or a Claire or a Leon or a Chris, we have whatever this dude is. He's not even comparable to someone like Ethan, because Ethan, was just a regular guy. But what Ethan does in Resident Evil 7, and especially in Resident Evil 8, is above and beyond heroic. He's not truly an everyman in the sense that he's brave and resilient and willing to do anything for his wife and for his daughter, right? In that way, he's not really even an everyman, because like your average man would not do all of that, right? This seems like a real everyman. Like, it just seems like truly more of just a regular dude. But I wonder if it'll be a progression from what we see in this trailer, where he seems kind of bumbling and a little annoying, to someone more heroic, or if it'll just be a take on a Resident Evil story with this type of protagonist. I'm very interested to see where he'll go with that. This dude ain't punching boulders. So, but I also am very curious if there will be some sort of like character he has to take care of at some point. I do wonder. Now I'm really curious who that other person in the car is. See, this is why you gotta slow the trailer down and really look at it. I think that wraps up my initial thoughts. I'm sure I'm gonna think of other things I wish I said later, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown, going through the trailer a little bit slower. And I'm really curious what your opinions are. Please do let me know in the comments if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, what you hope to see from the movie, what you don't want to see in the movie. And when this comes out in September, you know I'm going to be there. And in October, we're going to be watching it together, 100% guaranteed. So please look forward to that. Whether I liked it or hated it, we're going to watch it together. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Give glory to the runes, for my love and affection is forever with you. Bye-bye.